Hello, welcome to the channel The Tech Outlook. In this video, I will show you how to execute two problem statement using function, and that will be executed in MySQL. In my last video, I have explained what is function and what is the syntax of the function and how it is created in the MySQL. In this video, I will be executing two problem statement. The first one, write a function to find out larger number among three numbers. And the second one is write a function that accepts employee number and returns the salary status, whether it is low or high based on his salary. So I will show you how to execute these two functions in MySQL. Before starting the function, firstly we will use the database university. And we will start delimiter. We will create function to execute the first problem statement, which is used to find out larger number among three numbers. So three parameters will be passed while creating the function. With the data type, we will mention that numbers A int, B int, C int. Then what will it return? It returns int. Then it is a deterministic function because every time it will return the same value when we will execute. It will give the larger number among the three numbers. So it is deterministic. Begin. Then we will check two numbers. If A is greater than B and A is greater than C, then return A, right? Else if B is greater than C, then return B. Else return C. So we have to end if. Two times we have used it, so we will use end if twice. And then end the procedure, end the function. So here our function F2 is created. Now how to execute that function? Using select. So before that we will end the delimiter with delimiter space semicolon, and then we will select that function, select F2 into bracket. We will pass three parameters, suppose 12, 13 and 11. So it will give larger number. 13 is a larger number, so it will display 13 as a larger number. So if I execute, if I pass another parameters like 89, then 23 and 12, so it will return 89. So this is the first problem statement, and how to create function with that I have shown you. Now the second problem statement, write a function that accepts employee number and returns the salary status, whether it is low or high based on his salary. So how will we create that function? Again we have to start delimiter, create function F3. We have to pass employee ID of the instructor. So before creating the function, I will show you the records of the instructor table so that you will understand it. So this is the instructor table, right? So now based on this salary, we have to check what is the status of that employee, that instructor. So I will create function F3, and we have to pass parameter ID, employee number. So here ID is our employee number. So I will pass, suppose IID, and then its data type integer. Then returns. What does it return? It returns varchar because we want to display whether it is high or low. So it returns varchar and then its size. Then again it is a deterministic function. Then begin. After that what we will do? We will declare one parameter declare one variable in which we will store the salary. Declare psal, its data type integer, and then what we will do, we will select or we will copy that salary into psal. Select salary into psal where id is equal to iid, and here we did not mention from which table, from instructor. So what does it mean? Select salary of this table into psal from instructor where id is equal to iid. So this is the statement. After that, what will we do? We will check with this psal. If psal is greater than, suppose we take 50,000, then it will return high. Return high. It will return high status. Else return low. So this is our string, low and high. That's what here we have mentioned, returns varchar, right? And then end if, and then end of the function. So here function is created. Create function, and here we are passing employee number. So we are executing this function on this instructor table. So we have id as an attribute. So we are passing that iid. We are passing that id, but while passing that parameter, we have to change the name. We can't take id. So here we are taking iid. Then what does it return? Whether it is low or high depends on its salary. So it returns varchar. Then deterministic function, in the begin part we are declaring one variable psal in which we will store that salary of the instructor. Then select salary into psal from instructor where id is equal to iid. Then we will check it. If psal is greater than 50,000, then it will return the salary status as high. Else it will return the salary status as low. End of the if statement, end of the function. Then here we will execute that function. Firstly we will end the delimiter. Then we will select that function, select F3, and we have to pass iid. So we can pass any of the IDs. So if I pass 115, its salary is 90,000. So it should return high status, right? So if I pass 112, sorry, 112, okay, then it will give high salary, right? So if I pass less than 50,000, we have 119. The instructor ID 119 has salary less than 50,000. So its status is low, right? So if I pass 119, so it will give the result low, right? So depends on this condition, depends on this condition, we are giving the status whether it is high or low. So in this video, I have shown you the practical implementation of two functions. The first one is comparison among three numbers and find out which one is larger. And in the second one, I am creating function in which we are passing one parameter and we are checking the salary status. I hope you must have understood this video. If you have any query, please you can write it in the comment box. Definitely I will answer.